Hi, I'm back. Hi, Editing Emily here. Just a disclaimer that I'm wearing my cardigan inside out for the entirety of this video. That is all. Enjoy! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Death Before Decaf. I actually can't believe that we are wrapping up 2024. 2024 has been a year that started just awful for me. Maybe TMI, a little bit too much context, but in January I got laid off from a job that I absolutely adored. I was working in marketing for Magic the Gathering company, like the biggest one in Canada, and so I was just having a great time doing like graphic design for Magic, and it was amazing. And unfortunately, because of budget cuts, my position got cut, so I lost my job. And then a week after that, my beloved grandmother passed away from a long bout with cancers. So a very rough start to 2024. I didn't even I wasn't able to sort of see beyond that for a while, and it started with a lot of depression. I'm very sorry for starting this video so dark, but it gets better because then everything sort of switched so fast. I got accepted to my dream master's program at McGill, and then the rest of the year just flew by with a lot of project accomplishments and travel and all sorts of very exciting things. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about, we're doing sort of a review of the goals that I had set for 2024 and if I made those goals sort of come to light, and how I did that, and how sort of happy I am with how the year 2024 went for me in terms of pushing forwards towards my dreams through set goals. So the point of this video is like kind of for me to journal about my goals, but also maybe to help you see how I divided my year into my goals and how I made all those things happen, because it was not easy, but with a good organizational system and a lot of discipline, anything can happen. So some of these goals were professional, some of these goals were completely personal, some of them were had some finances in their nature, and others were just like general fun stuff that I wanted to do. So let's start with the first goal that I made happen in 2024. And that is that I purchased my first car. I know I'm 28 years old, but I live in Montreal, which is a very big metropolis. You don't need a car to get around Montreal. So I took public transit for a very long time, but then I decided, you know what, let's get my driver's license. So we did that in October of last year. And then I thought 2024 is a great year to get a cute little used vehicle for me to go around and be able to visit my family that lives a couple hours away, or just like to go to Costco, right? So in February, I bought a little 2014 Toyota Yaris. He is just the best car, honestly. It's sturdy, it drives well, it's tiny, I can park it everywhere. And I can fit my husband by my side and my giant dog in the back, and travel necessities in the trunk. So it's everything I needed. I paid, I got a personal loan for it of about 12K, and I have paid back of this so far about 4K. So that was also one of my sort of subsequent goals, was to tackle that debt as early as possible. And so this year I only tackled 4K of the 12K that I paid for it, but 2025, we'll talk about this, we're gonna attempt to clear all of that debt. But we'll get to that in another video. So bought a car, bought it used from a family friend, but it was in pristine condition. It didn't even have 30K kilometers on it. And I have no regrets. I love it. I use it every day, and Laszlo is my little bestie now. So yeah, bought a car. That was the first goal. This is water. Stay hydrated. My second goal was to travel to Philadelphia to go do archival research, and ding ding ding, check in the box. At the time, I was doing my, it was my last semester of my honors Bachelor's of History, and my thesis pertained to Henrietta Duthier, who was the first woman to own a funeral home in the United States. She was a pillar in her community, and she used her funeral home allegedly to assist fugitives from the South to make their way up north. She would hide them in coffins and in funeral processions. So she is an absolutely incredible historical figure that has very little recognition. And so that was what my honors thesis was about. I should make a video about this entirely, and if that's something that might interest you, maybe drop it down in the comments. But yeah, and Henrietta Duthier's funeral home was in Philly. So I wanted to go there and do some archival research and sort of just walk the streets of where Henrietta would have lived her life. And so I did. It was a tough decision because it really came right on the heels of getting laid off from my job. But I got a big bonus because I was laid off. And I'm also not embarrassed at all to say that my mom also assisted me a little bit financially in that trip. She forced me to go because I was so beyond depressed from having lost my job and more importantly, lost my grandmother, that she said, you know what, Emily, let me help you out, but you better get on that plane and you better go on that trip because it will be good for your soul. And it was a great experience. It was my first time traveling solo. I fell in love with the city. So much history, incredible museums, the people were super cool. I had a great, cute little hotel straight downtown. But obviously, like, the history and going to Independence Hall and whatnot was just really it for me. Loved it. Traveling to a new place is always reminds me of how important it is to sort of split from the grind and split away from the routine and not be afraid of falling out of the routine for a little bit. Like, it really forced me to do that, and that's what I like a lot about travel. But it did have a productive aspect because I did go to the archives, and it really helped me push forward in finishing my honors thesis. So we went to Philadelphia, we made it, we had a great time, and we came back with some good knowledge, a refreshed mind, and ready to tackle the end of my bachelor's degree. The next goal that I accomplished in 2024 is this. I got my BA in history. This is honors dean list with distinction. So a lot of hard work poured into this, and I did it. So we got it. This is, as you may or may not know, my third bachelor's degree. But to me, going back to school another time and sort of trying again to find my true passion was the most rewarding decision I have ever made. And going to Concordia and getting my Bachelor's of Arts in History really truly told me, like, I mean, this is what you were meant to do, and you have to pursue that to the very end and give it your all. And I did, and now I'm doing my master's. So we did that. Yay! I'm gonna put it back here. Cute background with the ring light in it though. Anyways, speaking of certificates and diplomas, I'm pursuing my Master's of History full-time, but I also have a full-time job in marketing, and I'm a social media coordinator for merchants in like furniture, appliances, and bedding. Nothing too exciting, but it does allow me to be independent financially while pursuing studies, and it's not awful. I kind of like it. So in order to sort of get that new job and have successful interviews and just be a more competitive candidate, I decided to widen my professional sphere by getting 2 separate Google Career certificates. So I did the Digital Marketing and E-commerce certificate in the spring. Got this done, very happy. It was very insightful and I really enjoyed it. And then very recently I got my graphic design certificate. So with those 2 things, I'm a better graphic designer, I'm a better digital marketer, and a better social media coordinator in general. So 2 Google Career certificates this year, and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I love adding more strings to my bow, if you will, and just be a more multifaceted professional. So kudos for that. It obviously comes along with another big goal that I had for the year. And you know, we consider that I sent my application to my master's, like the deadline was January 15th. So I got accepted in March and I started my master's degree this September. So far this semester, I had 2 classes, 2 seminars, and really liked it. I had a great time in both classes, and I think I did okay. I don't have a lot of grades yet for them, but we'll have to see. And I also worked on my thesis. We'll talk about this in my video about my goals for 2025, but sometimes working a full-time job whilst being a full-time master's student singular is challenging, but sometimes I feel like I neglected my actual thesis research, and that is like my main priority for 2025 is to make my thesis and my research #1 priority in everything. So the goal was to start my master's degree. I sure did. I succeeded at my first semester. So that is another big goal that I had for 2024 that we have passed with flying colors. So yeah. Another goal I had was to start this YouTube channel, and now there might only be like 12 of you as subscribers, but I love you so much. And there might only be a handful of you that watch these videos. But listen, it is a creative outlet for me, and I've been meaning to do it for a very long time, and who knows, maybe one day the algorithm will push me somewhere and some people will resonate with my experiences and we can be a cute little community. We're already a community, all right? It doesn't matter if there's 100,000 of us or 10 of us. A community is a community, so I'll take it. But that was a big a project for me, because it was in my goals for 2022, it was in my goals for 2023, and guess where we are right now? Right here on the YouTubies, in my little corner of the internet. So here we go. That's another goal that I made happen. I'm kind of excited about it. We'll take it further in 2025. Next, I wanted to reach A2 level in the CERF evaluation of languages in Spanish. So yes, here we are. I have reached A2 level. I can have very simple conversations in Spanish, and I can understand if someone will be kind enough to speak a little slower. But listen, language learning is difficult, and I acknowledge that, and anyone who is making an effort to learn a second, a third, or a fourth, or whatever language is just a badass to me. So if you are doing the same, let me know which language you are learning in the comments. For me, it's Spanish, and I've been using Duolingo, and I've been working with textbooks, and I've also been watching some of my favorite shows in Spanish. So it's been a lot of fun. I've been getting to, I've been doing work with some Hispanic clients, and I got to speak with them in their language, and obviously not very complicated conversations, but they were very kind, and they allowed me to practice with them, and I'm very grateful. So we love language learning. We're gonna push it even further in 2025, and that was one of the big goals for the year, and managed A2 level in Spanish. And the last and final goal that was for this year was to travel to New Orleans. Done and done. I had a magical time in New Orleans. The culture, the history, the food, the music, everybody was so kind. Honestly, it was incredible. I had the most amazing time. We had a great little hotel with a delicious little pool, and we got quite wasted a lot, and we went to the cutest little bars and nice little restaurants. We went in like a ride to the bayou and chilled out with some gators and had a beer with some gators. And also in terms of like the history, we also got to visit a plantation, which was the first time that I experienced that. And that was beyond enlightening, and it really felt like it was an experience that informed the way that I do history a lot better. Like to be able to not that it's a necessity to go physically somewhere to the places that you are researching, but it really truly does sort of put you in a space where there's more questions for you to seek out answers to. So very, very grateful for that experience, and overall it was just a fantastic trip, and it was a long time in the making, and we did it, and I'm so excited, and I loved it, and I would recommend it to anybody. So what a year. Looking back at these goals, I'm so grateful for everything that I achieved, and even things that I did not fully reach, honestly. I think that that's really the key. We gotta celebrate the progress, not the perfection, but just, you know, dividing these big goals into small little goals and implementing things in the routine to make those goals happen. I made some significant progress in a lot of areas of my life, and I'm very excited about it. And it feels pretty damn good, and it makes me very hopeful for the next year. As we head into 2025, I have been thinking about those goals for a very long time, but now I'm actually like taking the time to sit down and to break these goals into smaller goals, and to sort of plan how the year is going to go and how every quarter of the year is going to be built to maximize my productivity. And also thinking about maybe new strategies to implement in 2025 to make more goals come to life. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be my next video. We're going to make a vision board together, and through the vision board I'll explain what my goals are and how I have broken them down into smaller steps and changed it in the routine, and hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to make your goals come to life. Here's a little teaser. I'm going to be working on a lot of personal healing. It's gonna get personal. Whatever, we're friends. We're gonna finish the master's degree very, very strong, apply for a PhD. And we're gonna keep investing in our career, in our well-being. We're going to travel. I have some travel plans. Big travel in the spring and a smaller travel in the summer. And we're gonna be working on some very larger goals, like getting rid of some student debt and maybe putting down a down payment for property. Too many spoilers. It'll be in my next video. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you all like 12 of you, for watching these videos and interacting with them, and I'm so grateful. And we're gonna keep at it in the new year and continue to grow, hopefully. So I hope that your end of year is going great. I wish you a magical holidays, even though I will see you again in my next video by the end of the year. Stay caffeinated, stay motivated, and remember, you got this. Okay, love you. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on the goals you accomplished in 2024. Goodbye.